There's something about the right words spoken at the right moment that can change everything. Women aren't solely drawn to looks, status, or wealth. What truly captivates them, what keeps them up at night thinking about you, is how you make them feel. Most men waste their breath on compliments that go in one ear and out the other, phrases like, "You're beautiful, you have amazing eyes," or, "That dress looks great on you." These are nice, but they're forgettable. However, when you say something that makes her pause, that quickens her pulse, that leaves her wondering what you really meant, you've changed the game. You've gone from being just another guy to the one she can't stop thinking about. Here, I'll share 3 powerful, almost forbidden compliments, so effective and dangerous that they'll spark something deep within her. Use them carefully, because once you do, she'll never see you the same way again. Let's dive in. Compliment 1. There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out. Attraction isn't just about appearances, it's about emotion. It's that magnetic pull between two people when they're close, and neither can explain why their hearts beat a little faster. This compliment taps into that energy. It doesn't just make her feel pretty or desirable, it makes her feel dangerous, addictive, unforgettable. Most men stick to the obvious: "You're beautiful, you have amazing eyes," or "That dress looks incredible on you." Sure, these work, but only briefly. They give her a quick boost of validation, but they don't linger. She's heard them all before, from men who left no lasting impression. Such compliments fade as soon as they're spoken. But when you say, "There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out," you do something entirely different. You're not just flattering her, you're making her obsess. You've handed her a puzzle, and women can't resist a puzzle, especially when it's about themselves. Suddenly, she's wondering, what is it about me that's driving him crazy? Why can't he figure it out? What does he see in me that no one else does? That's the moment she starts to fall. Women don't just want to be admired, they want to be desired in a way that feels uncontrollable. They want to feel like their presence alone can make a man lose his composure, like there's something deeper than looks that pulls him in and won't let go. When you use this compliment, you're not just telling her she's attractive, you're telling her she's dangerous, that she has a power over you she didn't even know she had. And nothing excites a woman more than that. The key lies in how you deliver it. Picture this: you're sitting next to her, the conversation flowing effortlessly, the energy between you charged with something unspoken. Maybe you're making her laugh, or maybe she's looking at you with a mischievous glint in her eye. Then, in a quiet moment when she least expects it, you lean in slightly, just enough to shift the air between you, and say it slowly, deliberately: "There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out." Then, you pull back. Don't explain. Don't rush to clarify. Let the words hang there, like a challenge she wasn't prepared for. Now, she's hooked. She might play it cool, shrugging or teasing you, but inside, she's desperate to know more. She wants to ask, "What do you mean? What is it about me? Tell me." But she won't, not yet. Women understand this game as well as men do, and she won't give in easily. Later, when she's alone, lying in bed, replaying your words, that's when it hits her. She won't just be thinking about you, she'll be feeling you. The way your voice dropped slightly, the way you looked at her like she was something rare and mysterious, something you couldn't quite define. The way you left the compliment unfinished, forcing her to fill in the blanks herself. The more she thinks about it, the deeper she falls. Women are emotional beings. They don't just want to be noticed, they want to be felt. They want to feel like they have an impact, like their presence can shake something loose in a man's chest. This compliment does exactly that. It tells her she's not just another pretty face, she's different, she's dangerous, and she's already occupying your thoughts. That's the kind of thing a woman fantasizes about at night. The next time you see her, watch how she looks at you. There'll be something new in her eyes, a curiosity, a quiet hunger. The seed has been planted, and now she needs to know more. But don't give it to her too quickly. Keep the mystery alive. Let her wonder, let her chase the answer. The longer she wonders, the deeper she falls. Compliment 2. I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. There's something thrilling about being called dangerous, especially by a man who looks like he just realized he's in trouble. Women aren't used to hearing that. They're used to being called beautiful, sexy, stunning, words they've heard countless times from men who wanted something from them. But dangerous? That's different. That's exciting. That's a game changer. And how you say it matters. You don't blurt it out like a cheap pickup line. This is something you say in a moment of undeniable tension, when you're close, when the energy between you is so thick it's almost suffocating. Maybe she just said something playful or teasing, something that made you look at her in a way you hadn't expected. That's when you lean in, lock eyes with her, and say it low and slow, as if the words slipped out before you could stop them. I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. Then, let it hang. Let her feel the weight of those words. She won't be able to ignore the way her stomach flips, the heat rising up her neck, the way her lips part slightly as if she's about to speak but stops herself. Because now, you've changed everything. This compliment isn't just about telling her she's attractive, it's about framing her as the temptation. It shifts the dynamic so that she's no longer evaluating you, you're evaluating her, and she's the one who suddenly feels like she's in the spotlight. And women love that feeling. Here's the truth, every woman wants to feel like she's the kind of woman who could make a man lose his self-control, like she has that effect, like she's that girl. When you look at her, shake your head slightly, and say, you're dangerous, you're telling her she is. You're telling her there's something about her that makes you want to take risks, that being near her is like playing with fire, that if you're not careful, she might just wreck you. And that's exactly the kind of thought that keeps a woman up at night. Now, she's thinking, what is it about me that makes him say that? Why does he look at me like that? Does he feel the same pull I do? Once those questions start looping in her mind, you've got her. The best part? The mystery. When she asks, what do you mean? And she will, you don't give her a straight answer. You just smirk, shake your head slightly, and say, you know exactly what I mean. Then, change the subject. Move on. Act like it didn't even happen. Now, she's left sitting there, heart racing, replaying your words, wondering what you meant, why that compliment felt so different from any other she's ever received. And when she's lying in bed that night, unable to get you out of her head, that's when she starts fantasizing about you. Compliment 3. You have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you. This isn't just a compliment, it's a confession. It's the kind of thing that slips out when the tension is unbearable, when the air between you is thick with something unspoken. It's not rehearsed or calculated. It feels like a loss of control, and that's what makes it dangerous. Women aren't just drawn to confidence, they're drawn to the moment when a man loses his grip on it, when he's usually composed and in control but for 1 second, she breaks him. Most men play it safe. They compliment her in ways that make her feel good but don't make her crave. They say things like, you're so beautiful, or, you have the most amazing smile. Nice, but forgettable. But when you lock eyes with her, exhale like you're fighting something inside, and say, you have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you, you become unforgettable. Because now, you've thrown gasoline on the fire. She won't be able to ignore the way your voice dipped, the way your fingers twitched slightly as if you were holding yourself back, the way your breath hitched like she just did something to you she didn't even realize. Here's the beauty of it, this isn't just a compliment, it's a challenge. You're making it clear that she affects you, that something about her makes it nearly impossible to keep your hands to yourself, but you're doing it anyway. You're showing discipline, restraint, self-control. And that's what gets into her head. Now, she's thinking, what if he lost control? What if he gave in? What would that feel like? The longer she thinks about it, the more she wants it to happen. But here's the trick, you don't act on it. You don't lean in or touch her. You let those words hang in the air, let them sink into her skin. Then, you change the subject, as if you didn't just rewire her brain. Later, when she's lying in bed, replaying that moment, that's when she'll start to wonder what it would feel like if you finally did. And once a woman starts thinking about that, she won't be able to stop. So, the next time you're with her, don't be predictable. Don't be ordinary. Look her in the eyes, lower your voice, and say something that makes her heart race. Then, watch what happens next. This is Stoic Guide. Until next time, stay sharp, stay aware, and never be forgettable.